out loud now. I believe in tithing, and tithing works. So I pray this as a prayer, and I also speak it out. I also tell some of my friends that are close to me, God has not allowed the devil to create a hole in my pocket. Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're a new subscriber, this is your girl, Somi Space. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chisom. Thank you for tuning in. So, in this episode, I want to talk about something very dear to me, something that has worked for me over the years, something that I've practiced for like 13 years, and I'm here to share my experience, both the good and the bad. And also, maybe I also want to talk about this probably because the naysayers about this particular part of Christian community, they voice out more than people that actually do it and is working for them. So I know you'll be wondering what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about tithing.
Don't look at me.
So I know tithing is a very controversial topic in Christianity, probably because it's found in the Old Testament, right? And people believe it's under the law, that we have Christ and we don't need to do any activity under the law. So, however, I'll share my experience and also I would like to hear from you what you do and what works for you, right? So, like I said earlier, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, let's get right down into it. So, in the Old Testament, tithing was more like an obligation, something that they must do. So, if you're carrying it over to the New Testament, I see it as a covenant. So, you need to have an understanding of what you're about to do and decide that this is what I want to do. Like, God, if I do this for you, please do this for me. It's like a covenant. That's how I see it. Like I said, this is my understanding about tithing, and this is what I do, and this is what has worked for me over the years. So I know most people find this controversial, probably because like I said earlier, it's an obligation under the Old Testament. So in the Old Testament, for those that don't have prior knowledge to this, in the Old Testament, the people are supposed to pay their 1/10 of whatever they earn, not just money, livestock, grains, whatever you know you got for the year. Sometimes it's more than 10% to the priest. They're supposed to bring it to church, bring it to God. So that is what happened in the Old Testament. So now, and in Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. So let me read it out for you because I don't have it off head. So Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. It says, Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, said the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And verse 11, and I will rebuke the devourers for your sake, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruits before the time in the field, said the Lord of hosts. Verse 12, and all nations shall call you blessed, for you shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. Your words have been stout against me. So I'll stop at verse 12. So Malachi chapter 3, 3 from verse 10 to 11 or verse 10 to 12 is actually the reason why I entered into this covenant. And I've been on this covenant for like 13 years. That's from 2012. From 2012, yes. So right now, under the New Testament, the argument people make is that they give to the church. Why should it be 1/10? Actually, whatever they're saying is valid. But the truth is that when you decide, I don't know about others, but for me, I just felt that we are flesh, we are human, and not it's not at all times that we want to bring out something. We always have that fleshly desire. But when we have decided that this is what I have to be giving to God, whatever I make, I want to give this to God as part of what I make every month. It's much easier for me. It's much easier for me to bring out because I've already known that this is not my money. So whenever it comes, I tell myself, this is not my money. This is for God. So I've preempted that my salary will come, and this is so whatever budget I'm making for the month, I've removed that 10% from it, knowing fully well that it is not mine. So, but however, if we decide that we always give to the poor, well, that's fine, that's good. I do that too. But We don't do that every month. We don't do that always. And most times our fleshly desires overtakes whatever we want to give. Be like something might just come up, be like, hey, I am supposed to pay for this, pay for that. Maybe I'll just wait. After all, it's not that urgent. Maybe next month. And next month another thing comes out. So comes up. So like I said, like I've always said from the beginning of this video, it's my personal understanding, my personal journey, it's my personal experience. So at some point, actually, when I said earlier that the naysayers about this tithing, they speak louder than the people that actually do pay these tithes. So at some point in my life, I said, maybe I said like, are you even sure? Maybe this tithe safe, especially when my earnings start increasing and my tithe start increasing seriously. So I was like, are you even sure that maybe let me just withhold this? So before I tell you this story, I'll tell you people about what something that happened when I recently got married. So I recently got married and I was still carrying my first child. I just gave birth to my first child, so I wasn't going to church yet. So my husband went to church and came back. Then on his way back, he was trailed by armed robbers. So in front of our gate, the armed robbers took his vehicle and drove out with his vehicle. And inside the vehicle is my tablet, so many things. So I was actually heartbroken was because like this guy just went to church, right? And he's just coming back from church. So everything like in the car, everything, all his documents, my tablet, so many things were in the car. And they all took it. And the armed robbers took it. So I was like, so immediately it didn't happen. I didn't know what to do. I was screaming. I was full of emotions. I didn't know what to do. My husband just said, let's let him go and follow. I said, why would you treat them so? So as he went out to go and do his police reports, I was just in the room. I just said it. I entered my room, our room then, and I said a prayer, a simple prayer. I didn't know what to say, but what came to my mind was this Malachi chapter 3, verse 11. But I just reminded God that I am a tither. And because my tablet is inside that car, nothing can go missing. Not you said you rebuke devourers for my sake, that the devil cannot create a hole in my pocket. So I reminded God that I was a tither, and this morning, this thing cannot get me. And because I'm a tither, whatever happens to me happens to my husband. My husband cannot lose whatever because I and my husband we are one. He cannot lose whatever you have given to him. He bought that car with his hard-earned money. My dear, in 24 hours, called my husband and said, they found the car. Imagine Nigerian police. They found the car. The first my husband checked when he saw the car was to check whatever all the important things he kept, important gadgets, my tablets, that he everything that was there. So normally, this is a stolen vehicle, right? The police could have actually said that they will remove all those things and say that they didn't see them when they found the car, but everything was still there intact. I just said, God, I give you all glory. That was when I just knew that this whole Titan thing, this happened around 2015. Yes, 2015. So now fast forward to 2023, to be precise, 29th of September 2023. So I woke up one morning, I was feeling like, first of all, I've been having that prompting in my heart. I've made a video about getting prompting in my heart about giving. So I was having that prompting in my heart. You've not paid your tithe for this month. Go and pay your tithe. Go and pay your tithe. I was like, I have so many things I'm doing with money for that period. I want to later on I'll pay. So I shoved it off. The next time I said, go and pay your tithe. Go and pay your tithe. Same thing. So I woke up like that 29th of September. I think it was on a Friday. So I was supposed to pay my tithe that day. So I went to work. So before I left work for that same day, I got that same prompt. You've not paid your tithe. You said you pay it early in the morning when you get to work. You must you paid it. I said, "And when I get home, I'll pay it." That was as in I know it was just a battle. It was a battle in my spirit. So after that, I went to pick up my children and I locked my car. So before I locked my car, I had a signal too. But I just told myself like, let me just go and pick up my kids. I'll come back. So as I came back, I just knew that my spirit was not at rest throughout that whole day. My spirit was not at rest throughout that whole day. Seriously, I had serious battle in my spirit that day. So I parked my car close to my children's school. That's where I normally park my car. I entered the school because I didn't want anything to delay me. Came for me coming out, my car was already buckled, my laptop bag was taken, and all that. So I immediately that thing happened. I felt so bad. I felt so bad because I got the signal, but I did not listen. You get? I'm not saying so. It was the good thing about it. I wanted to leave my phones in the car. Like after I'm not going to waste time. You just take one phone and go out. But someone told me go with your phones. I think go with your wallet. I can't remember. So the only thing they took was actually my work laptop, and that was it. They couldn't move the car because I know they tried to take the car, but they couldn't move the car. So on coming back home, I just sometimes told me, "Have you still paid your tithes?" So in all that emotions, I still paid my tithes and just said, "God, I'm sorry. I heard that. I felt uneasy throughout the whole morning, throughout that whole day, and still I didn't do what I was supposed to do." So I just paid my tithes. I paid my tithes, recovered. Okay, the laptop wasn't recovered actually, but it was insured. So I actually got the laptop back and everything. So what am I trying to say? The truth of the matter is that if people think doubt this Malachi chapter 3, verse 10 to 12, Malachi chapter 3, verse 10 to 12 is like a covenant. But if you want to enter into the covenant, I would advise you to have an understanding of what you're going into. Tell God, I'm going to stay by this. This is my own part of the agreement. If I do this, please do this for me. And by extension, actually, I will say, by the grace of God, that God has not allowed the devil to create a hole. Now I'm speaking it out loudly. So I pray this as a prayer, and I also speak it out. I also tell some of my friends that are close to me, God has not allowed the devil to create a hole in my pocket, meaning that I can account for whatever I do with money. Do you get? Or I don't service negativity with my money. So not because I pay my tithe, but because I believe I am in a covenant with some superior being. And I know that he will always keep his part of the bargain. So I'm not saying that it's my money that is doing all these things for me. The mercy of God is also doing it for me. The grace of God is doing it for me. But I feel that the Bible says that where your heart is, that is where you put your treasure. So I believe that if I can't do some work in the kingdom of God, I believe that my money is also important to carry out that work. So if I cannot support physically, what I'm supposed to do is support with my finances. So it's not mandatory. You can also I give to the poor, I do charity, I even sow seed, but I also believe in tithing. Yes, I'm going to say it out loud now. I believe in tithing, and tithing works.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Tithing works 100%. It's a covenant you make quietly. You need something you need to sit down and pray about and ask God to help you make this decision. That at each point in time, I will always bring out this amount of money and so. But truly, if you understand, God is a God of principle. No matter what you do, he he abides by his own principle. So I feel tithing is one of the easiest ways to get actually the blessings of God, because knowing fully well it's when you do this that he said you do this. He's not even saying now that you should believe in him. He's not saying now that you should trust him. He's not saying that you should have faith about it. He's not saying that you need to pray for him to rebuke devourers. What he's just saying is that bring your tithes and I'll rebuke devourers. So it's like do this and I'll do this for you. So I feel to me it's like an easiest way of getting God's blessing. I'm not saying you're buying God's blessing now. No, before people now start quoting me, I'm saying I'm buying God's blessing. But looking at it is a principle. Do you get one of the principles of God? He gave different principles in the Bible. One of the principles he gave about receiving his blessings is in tithing, and I feel it's one of the easiest way of receiving God's blessing by tithing. So I don't know if my experience will help someone. I don't know what you think about this whole tithing thing. I also want to hear from you. What do you think works? Do you tithe? Let's start from there. Do you tithe, and do you think tithing works? So I'd like to hear from you in the comment section. And please like this video, comment, and also share. See you guys in my next video. Bye.